Hello, welcome back to the Boardgames 4K YouTube channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings, generally talk a load of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general. And in this video, we are going to be talking about a HABA kids game. We're going to be talking about the dexterity classic animal upon animal. And in this game, what you'll be doing, you'll be rolling a die, taking an action, trying to stack these different types of animals on top of each other, trying to prevent the stack from falling over. So in this video, we're going to be giving you a very brief overview of the rules. We'll be telling you what we do like, what we don't like, and then we'll come back and we will tell you whether or not there's a frog in my throat and whether or not Animal Upon Animal is still worth playing several years after it was first released. So remember, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below. We'll see you after this. So, Animal Upon Animal, how do you play this game? So the aim of this game is to stack animals on top of each other and be the player with no animals left, or be one of the players that hasn't knocked over the stack, right? So what you'll do on this game, you'll roll the die and you'll take the action associated with the die, right? If you roll one pip, you will have to take an animal from your supply and you'll place it on top of the crocodile, right? If you roll two dots, then you'll have to take two animals from your supply and place it on top of the crocodile. If you roll the crocodile symbol, then you will have to take one of your animals and you'll have to put it at the mouth of the crocodile or the tail of the crocodile so that they're touching the crocodile. And this has the effect of enlarging the playing surface so that there's more space to stack the animals, okay? If you roll the hand symbol, then you will have to take one of your animals and give it to another player of your choice. So there's a little bit of kiddies stitch up in this one. So if you roll a question mark, then the other players collectively decide which animal you have to place on top of the stack. So this is a bit of a reverse stitch up. If you stitch up another player, they can stitch you up, right? So if the stack collapses, then the player that collapsed the stack has to take two extra animals, right? And then you start again and you'll keep playing the game like this until someone has gotten rid of all their animals, and they will be the winner of Animal Upon Animal. So what do we like about Animal Upon Animal? So the first thing that we really like about this game is the component quality is, again, top notch. I mean, HABA always seem to knock it out of the park. You've got the chunky animal pieces and the way that they're sort of thematically shaped. You know, you've got the pelicans with the big old beaks, right? The snakes are all sort of wibbly wobbly and they all fit in different ways, but not in a way where it's difficult for kids to stack them, yeah? And the components are wonderfully colourful. We've been playing this with all my children since they were about 2-3 years old, and they always comment on how wonderful the game looks, yeah? So the second thing that we really like about Animal Upon Animal is the really good blend of skill and luck, right? So you're going to be rolling the dice, you don't know what you're going to get. And kids love that. They love the anticipation of rolling a die and not knowing what they're going to get. And then you'll have to take that randomness and you'll have to translate it into a skill with the dexterity placement, right? And not only that, if you roll the question mark, then the other players get to decide how the game develops, right? So even if it's not your turn, there is a chance that you are still going to be involved in the game. And that keeps, especially for young children and families, that keeps the game interesting throughout the whole duration of the game. So the final thing that we like about Animal Upon Animal is that this game doesn't punish the child or the adult, for that matter, that makes the tower collapse, yeah? So imagine if the game would end, it would be, oh my God, especially when you're playing like a 3 or 4 year old, it'd be, oh my God, I've made the tower collapse and it's all my fault. But no, you start again, you can rebuild, and you sort of teaches children to sort of not give up, you know, that Robert the Bruce type story where, you know, even if you failed this time, you're still in and you could still come back and win the game. So that's a really good aspect to this one. And yeah, it really does teach kids a lifelong lesson. So what don't we like about Animal Upon Animal? So the first thing that we don't like about this game is that the stack only grows horizontally and vertically. It's not a 3-dimensional stack, and it would have been nice if you could have maybe, I don't know, I mean, you could house rule this in, but if you could have like a sort of a circular plinth or something, and you can go outwards this way as well as that way, yeah? And that would have kept the game that little bit more interesting. You know what I mean? So the next thing that we don't like about Animal Upon Animal is that this game, truth be told, doesn't really keep children's interest for that long. And I'm not talking about when you're actually playing a game, right? But it's for very young kids only. And we've had this game for donkey's years. And my kids are like 3, 6 and 9. Obviously, the 9-year-old isn't going to be particularly interested in this. My 6-year-old still likes to play it, but maybe only for another year. And obviously my 3-year-old loves this game. So as the kids get older, this game isn't going to appeal to them as much. And that's a real shame that it's not going to have that sort of shelf life that other children's games sort of have. So it's really geared to young children only. Again, you might argue against that because, I mean, I still enjoy it. I mean, but maybe I'm just a big kid, who knows? But children are going to sort of lose interest with this at the older they get. So to summarise, is Animal Upon Animal worth your time and effort today and in the future? So that all depends on a couple of factors, whether or not you've got young children for starters and whether or not you like dexterity games, yeah? We've got young children, we like dexterity games, so it suits us down to the ground, right? But if you ain't got kids and you don't like dexterity games, you ain't gonna like this game, right? I know it's a simple concept. So we're gonna give this 2 scores, right? 2 scores. We're gonna give it 4 out of 5 for those of you who've got young children, but we're gonna give it maybe 2 out of 5 as a sort of standalone dexterity game for people that haven't really got any children to play it with, right? Because it's not really that much here for adults, but we still enjoy the game, don't get me wrong. It's still an enjoyable game. But there you go, that's Animal Upon Animal. Remember, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below. We'll see you next time.